Hello, welcome to our channel. My name is Wendy, and today I'm going to show you how to make a simple corn souffle. The ingredients I'm going to use are green peppers, tomatoes, and onions. I've chopped these ahead of time. This is just one green pepper, one medium tomato, and one medium onion. I also have some corn flour here. You can use corn flour or chickpea flour. In the back I have here is some black beans. I have some oregano and oil. You can use oil of your own choosing. I have salt. I have some garlic powder. You may also use fresh garlic if you choose, if you prefer the fresh garlic. But today I'm going to use the garlic powder. And then I have some frozen corn. I have one package of frozen corn here. If you don't have frozen corn available where you are, you may use 10 cobs of corn and just slice the kernels off your corn. Okay, the first step is I'm going to take the vegetables and I'm going to cook them a little bit on the stove. So I'll start with the onions, the tomatoes, and the green peppers. I'll just put a little bit of oil. You don't need a whole lot of oil because it's non-stick. And also the tomatoes will give off a lot of water. So just mix the vegetables and then we'll put them on the stove. Okay, so we saute the vegetables until they're a little bit soft. And while they're sauteing, I will prepare the corn and the beans. Now you don't have to worry about the onions burning while you're sauteing because the tomatoes give off enough water that they can be left to saute while you're preparing the corn and the beans. And also remember to turn your oven on to 350 degrees so that it is ready when this casserole is prepared. The next step is to take this corn, which was frozen but it's defrosted now, and I will take it and I'll put it in a food processor to process it. If you do not have a food processor, a blender will work just as well. I have used a blender to make this recipe also. You just need to add a little bit of oil and water to be able to get it to blend. So we just put the lid on and we'll... Okay, and that should be enough. I'm going to pour the corn into this bowl here. Okay, this is the consistency of the corn when it comes out of the food processor. And into this corn now, I'm going to add the corn flour. This is 1/2 cup. And I'll also add 1 tablespoon of salt. It's one. And I will also add some oil. I will add 6 tablespoons of oil, but I will use a 1/4 cup because I know a 1/4 cup has 4 tablespoons in it first. And then I will just add 2 more tablespoons. 1 and 2. Okay, I will mix the corn ingredients very well. And then I will take half of this corn mixture and put it into the bottom of this pan. And now I will prepare the beans. Okay, and to prepare the beans, I will take the black beans. First, I will pour them in the bowl. And I will just take a potato masher and just mash them a little bit. I think this looks good. And into the beans now I will add the salt, the garlic, and the oregano. I'll first add 1 teaspoon of oregano. I will add 1 teaspoon of each of them. The oregano, the salt, and the garlic powder. And of course, as I said, you can, well, maybe a little bit less garlic powder. Half a teaspoon will be good. So you add the garlic as much as you prefer. And then we will mix them. Now into these beans, I will add the vegetables which have been cooked. Now you can add a little bit more salt if you like, depending on how salty you like your food. Now this bean mixture I will then transfer on top of this corn, but I want to be very careful because not to mix them. So I'm going to take this flat spatula and flatten some of the beans and gently pour it onto the corn. Just so that it sits on top of the corn but does not mix into the corn. Just so it is completely covered. Then I will take the remainder of the corn and I will pour that on top. Okay, we want to make sure all the beans are covered. And there's our completed product. So we will now take it and put it into the oven for 45 minutes. Now the health benefits of this recipe are, firstly, it's got the garlic and the onions, which are good for boosting the immune system. It has the tomatoes and the green peppers, which have a lot of vitamin C, which are also good for your immune system. And it has the corn and the beans, corn being a grain, the beans being a legume. Many vegetarians are not sure how to combine their proteins to get a complete protein. So with these ingredients, you have complete protein in this recipe. Okay, so after 45 minutes, this is the finished product. And you can serve it right away. Thank you for tuning in to our channel. We hope you enjoy some of the other recipes we have to offer also.